continue our lessons on Microsoft Excel. And in this quick clip, I want to quickly explain VLOOKUPs. You might have heard about VLOOKUPs or the lookup function in different business settings or management settings or in accounting. But today I want to explain this more advanced or intermediate Excel function because it's extremely useful in a number of different scenarios, right? And I think the key thing is when you have a lot of data and you want to find something within that data, right? We're going to leverage this VLOOKUP. So quickly, what is the VLOOKUP, right? And directly from Microsoft, you use VLOOKUP when you need to find things in a table. For example, you need to look up a price of an automotive part by that part's number. Or you want to find an employee name based on their employee ID number. So the VLOOKUP, this function, which I sort of show here built out, right? There's four factors to the function: lookup value, the table array, the column index number, and the range lookup, right? And what that means is, first, lookup value, what are we looking up? What are we matching on? Where are we going to look at it? What, in this table array? What's the column number within that range of array? And then is that lookup an approximate or an exact match, right? Again, all to find something within a data table. So the example I want to use today is actually around some sample data around an employee database, right? So we've got employees, we've got their departments, their genders, their salaries, etc. And this is all sample data. And so what we want to do is, let's say that we had thousands of records and we're unable to search it quickly and find things fastly. Basically, what we want to do is ask ourselves, okay, what is the business unit for, our example, Luke Martin, right? In terms of the business question, that's how we start. And so to use the VLOOKUP, you simply have to go ahead and input exactly what you're searching for, what you're looking for, what are the terms that you're looking for. In this case, it's going to be that employee's name, Luke Martin, right? So now applying the VLOOKUP function, what does that look like? And that looks like this, right? We're going to search for this lookup value, F2, which is Luke Martin, in the sample data range, columns B to J, and I'll show that in a second, in the fourth column, which will show the business unit, and we want that to be exact match, so it's noted as false, okay? When we run this, and I'll show you what that really looks like, we find that Luke Martin works in manufacturing, okay? And here's what I mean by the VLOOKUP finding it, right? So sample data, columns B to J. If we go to sample data, columns B to J, this is the range in which we're asking the VLOOKUP to look. And when we have the number 4 in our function, we're basically saying it is the fourth column, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, search this column and return the business unit. In this scenario, you can see that in this fourth column, Luke Martin is manufacturing. So that's a quick example of how the VLOOKUP is used. Another quick example I'll share here. What is Luke's annual salary, right? So using the same exact logic, running a VLOOKUP based on Luke Martin's name, we can return the 9th column now, the 9th column, in that array that we just searched in the sample data. And returning that, he would make $41,336, right? So let's go back, let's go 9 columns over, and boom, annual salary, $41,336. So the VLOOKUP is a really useful tool when you have a lot of data and maybe you have a lot of data points that you need answers for. And so this is a great way to scrape and find data across a spreadsheet or an Excel. All right. Thanks for listening in, and tune in next week.